Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy True Inferno. Welcome to the very first episode of PokéTalk. Yeah, this is the very first run right here, man. Look at this setup. I see the chat right there, but I'm not alone up here. So, joining me on this crazy show that we got for you guys, we're going to start off with the lady of the show first. And that, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, rather, is the one, the only. We got Laura 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a part of the show. So say hello to the beautiful people. Laura, you're live. Uh-oh, we got some technical difficulties. Alright, say something now.
And now it's buffering.
Okay, hey.
Okay, there we go.
Hey.
Alright, so, and you probably heard him in the background, but we got the other guest, not the other guest, but the other star of the show. We got JT Val in the house, man. Say hello to the people. Uh-oh. And
Hello.
JT, you there, man? Oh man, JT, yo. Let's switch it over to his. Let's switch over here.
You there?
All right, so while JT gets his stuff together, let me explain to you guys what originally supposed to happen. Infamous Big Rob's supposed to be here. However, he has some family issues that came up at the last minute, and it's kind of serious. So, you know, want to wish him the very best, and hopefully that his family issues is taken care of and in a positive way. Also, he reached 800 subscribers recently, so if you haven't subscribed to his channel already, go ahead and do so. So basically, here's what this show gonna be about as I try to reconnect with JT Valor. All right, let me get him back on the call. Basically, what the show's about is this. Basically, we're tackling topics. Not me, but these two. They'll be tackling topics. Hey, you're back. JT, can you say something?
Yeah, some reason it disconnected. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Right when we go live, something happens. But basically, here's what's going on here. So basically, these two right here, not me, these two, the main stars of the show, I'm just the host, don't mind me, will tackle topics that I got lined up. You guys in the chat can take part in it as well. Submit your input as well and things of that nature. So basically, that's what this is all about. All right, so are the two of you ready for the first topic?
Started.
All right.
Do it.
All right, so here's the first topic. So basically, obviously, it's November, but last month was October, so we had the Halloween event. So obviously, there was like a crap ton of shinies going around. They introduced Giratina to the game. Obviously, they introduced Spiritomb, Driploon, in its shiny form, along with Driploom and a bunch of other Pokemon. There were about like 13, 14 different types of shinies that was going on throughout this game. Also, they have like increased candies and things of that nature. So, my question for the two of you is this. Was this past Halloween event the best Halloween event ever? Laura, you can tackle this subject first if you like.
Alrighty, so I got a lot of my information from the Pokemon Go Hub. They made an article about it, and basically, I'm gonna say it was not the best event, but it wasn't the worst. So in this past event, like you said, we got new Gen 4 Pokemon. We got the Drifloon, we got Stunky, we got his evolution, we got Giratina, and we got Spiritomb. So we got the 6 new Pokemon. Spiritomb was a limited time field research Pokemon. We got 2 new shinies. We got the new Raid Plus Giratina. We got the shiny Hat Pichu and Pichu back again. We got new paid items in the shop, which, that's whatever. We got double candy catches. All the ghosts. And there was also non-shinies in the wild. Ghastly, Mischievous, Sneasel, and Stunky this year. From last year, from 2017, we got new Gen 3 Pokemon, 7 Pokemon. We had Double Hatch, Catch, Transfer, and we got Buddy Candy 2 times faster. We got 5 new shinies. Then we had other non-shiny Pokemon popping up more. We got a new hat in the shop, which was the Mimikyu hat, which was for free. And we got a new home screen, which is a screen that pops up when you can see it and everything. And we got the Halloween hat Pikachu and Pichu. And then we got the Lavender Town music for the entire time that the game was there. During the 2016 Halloween event, we got the first Pokemon Go event. Catch, Transfer. You got your Buddy Candy 4 times faster. We didn't have shinies in 2016 yet. And we had Ghastly, Zubat, Drowsy, Cubone, Meowth, and their evolutions as well in the wild. And the new home screen. So, based on all this information, I'd have to say that 2017 was the best, just based on how we got free stuff in the shop. We got more shinies in the wild that were new. And we got the new home screen and the music.
So you're saying Halloween event from last year was better than this year? All right, JT Valor, your response to that? Do you think this year's Halloween event was better, or last year's, or any other event? What's your thoughts on this? I think we lost JT again. Let's see. Yep, we lost JT again.
See him at all?
No, his screen froze, so that means we lost him.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, we lost him for a second. But I do find that very interesting. You think last year's event was better than this year's?
Hey, 1 second. I completely lost connection.
Okay, there we go. All right.
I think I'm back now.
All right.
I heard most of that, but for some reason near the end of it, it started really taking a dump on me. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh, is it my turn, or did I cut her off? All right, so basically what I feel about it is I feel like this has been one of the best events, but only if you're a big shiny hunter. Like, yes, the double candy was very nice, but all things considered, last time, like she said, we had double hatch candy. We had a lot of extra stuff. Plus, the year before that one, we had freaking 4 times, or not 4 times, but it was actually, no, I think it was 4 times. And then the shorter buddy distance, which was wonderful. So if you're a shiny hunter, I really highly think that this was one of the better ones. Yeah, I would consider it pretty close to being on the top, but not 100%. It's like the best event. But when I think about it, I can't really think about something that was better. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of like what event would have been better. I mean, the Valentine's Day event was a lot of fun just because if you really wanted Shiny Love Disc, the possibilities were really up there. But yeah, no, I would say that this one was pretty much on the top 3 for sure. But I wouldn't say it's like the best one we've ever had.
Okay, wow, that's very interesting. All right, speaking of the Valentine dance, shout out to, who was this? This was Brian Odom, who did say that the Valentine event from 2017 was the best events. Do y'all agree or disagree with that? Me personally, I do not remember what happened at that time. But what are y'all thoughts on the Valentine event from last year, not this year?
Wasn't that like the like the pink Pokemon were everywhere? I mean, it was good if you needed chances for Blissies and such. So, I mean, I want to say that he's wrong about that, but I mean, yeah, at the time it was very good. I mean, nowadays that we know that Chansey still is going to get a nerf soon, but yeah, I mean, at the time I would say that was a pretty good event. Like, and they had Porygons too. So if you didn't have Candy for Porygon 2, that would have been really good for you as well. So, yeah, I would say that's a pretty good one.
Okay, that's cool.
From what I remember of the event, I don't think I really saw like a lot of the Chansey and Porygon. I more saw like the smaller ones, like I saw Love Disc a lot and those types of Pokemon.
Okay.
No, they were spawning, I just didn't see them.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember much of the Valentine's event from last year. I don't even remember much from this year, to be honest. Do y'all remember this year's?
Yeah, I mean, this year was so bare minimum. It was literally, hey, there's Love Discs everywhere, and there might be a shiny one, so go out there and get it.
Right.
It was pretty much all it was.
And JT, your screen is frozen again. Your Google Hangout.
That's fun. Here, let me turn it off and turn it back on. See if that helps.
No, it's
better.
It's still frozen.
Wonderful.
Right.
Here, let me leave the call.
Okay. So while we take.
Hopefully, it's on an embarrassing face.
Right. All right, so while we take care of that,
how's this?
Let's move on to the next topic, actually, that I got lined up. So check this out right here. So this past November, well, last week, we had Gengar Day.
Well, last week, actually. Gengar Day, which was going on the weekend.
There was a lot of grown from the Pokemon
community over
this event and how they wasn't taking part of it because of the move set for Gengar. It was like Lick and Psychic, things of that nature. So my question for you guys is this, and Laura, we're going to start with you while we still try to set up a Valor's connection or whatever. Is it really worth it? Like, was Gengar Day worth it? Was it worth taking part in, rather?
Lick is now the best quick move for Gengar. But just barely, like barely better than which was Shadow Claw. I'm pretty sure. It's like 0.0 or point something better. So the moveset's kind of in my opinion. So the Gengar Day was just like all the other raid days for 3 hours. For 3 free raid passes. We got Shiny Gengar, which was just slightly different than normal Gengar. And then it was in level 4 raids with 10,000 XP. So that made it much better in my opinion. And then in the future when we have Megas, we're gonna have Mega Gengar, which Mega Gengar looks amazingly and beautiful, and it's this and everything. That was what Gengar Day was.
Okay. JT, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Right. Did you think that Gengar Day was worth taking part in?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, so Gengar by itself, is a glass cannon, as we all know. And, like, for a lot of people setting records, you only could really do it at the time if you had a Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball Gengar. So, and those were in limited supply because there's a legacy move. So, honestly, I'm 100% down with the fact that we got a move that is slightly better in certain circumstances. I can't 100% say, like, it's the best thing ever, and they added a shiny in the raid. I thought that was a lot of fun. Obviously the EXP was good. You could get yourself some candies from it too. Like, yeah, and I like working on my medals, so I found that like now people really wanting to do non-legendary raids helps me improve my champion medal, so that was cool. So yeah, all things considered, and as she said, freaking shiny Mega Gengar is amazing. So the fact that we get the opportunity for that is pretty great. So I would 100% say that it was definitely worth going down for. Like, at the time, you couldn't really do records with Gengar unless you had a whole bunch of Shadow Claw ones, but now we have a ton of Lick ones, so now we can all kind of participate in trying to set some, you know, some goals and trying to, like, beat records and such. So I would say, yeah, it was definitely worth taking part in.
Okay. So let me see. Let me read the chat. Look, chat. Who here took part in Gengar Day, and did you think it was worth it? Let's see. I see Brian again saying it has such a limited use. If Mewtwo has Psycho Cut and Focus Blast, it's okay. Otherwise, Gengar dies quickly. Wasn't too hype about it. Yeah, I believe one of you guys said it. Yeah, Gengar is exactly a glass cannon. So, and actually, I was thinking about skipping Gengar Day and just going straight to Yumicon, but I took part in it, and I ended up with like 9 shinies that day. So, I can't really complain about it that much. All right, let's move on to the third topic now. Some of you guys in the chat, y'all may be iffy about this topic. So if you are, I apologize in advance. But you know, it's an interesting one, and I figured, you know, why not talk about it? Especially since it involved 2 big time figures within the Pokemon Go community. So let's get on to it, shall we? So here we have Brandon Ton. So obviously we all know about the situation with Brandon Ton. Obviously his account got suspended for 30 days. He is back in the game. We all know for the most part why he got suspended for it. But at the same time, we also got FSU ATL, who is arguably the #1 Pokemon Go spoofer in the game, or was, but he shut down his channel. So my question for the two of you guys is this: which one was the bigger impact? Brandon Ton's account being suspended, or FSU ATL quitting Pokemon Go on YouTube? Laura, you can go first.
Okay, so I was actually just watching that YouTube video, the Brandon Ton YouTube video right before we started streaming, just to kind of update myself a little bit. So, as we know, Trainer Tips, he's very big in the Pokemon Go community, and he made a whole 30-minute YouTube video about Brandon Ton. I feel like he wasn't glorifying what he was doing with the multiple accounts and the and everything. He was glorifying him as much of a person he was, how he, you know, how of a person he was. And I think that that would made a bigger impact than FSU ATL, because Brandon Ton, he of the Pokemon Go community and how the bigger YouTubers as a person, is that he made a bigger impact, because the YouTubers, they glorified him and then he gets banned because of this. Now, I'm not saying that they made bad decisions of glorifying him as a person. He might not have made the best choices in playing the game. Played the game while breaking the terms of service.
Okay. JT, I sent you another Google Hangout link on your Twitter, but why you get that
Let's see if this one works.
All right, hopefully it does work. But yeah.
I had to mute it, my bad.
There we go. I'm about to say. There we go. All right, so with that taken care of, so in your opinion, which one had the bigger impact? Brandon Ton's account being suspended, or JT Valor's? I mean, not JT Valor, but FSU ATL shut it down.
I had no idea I got suspended. Oh no. But yeah. So basically, I would say Brandon Ton for sure. So like I've actually had multiple opportunities where I've actually been able to hang out and talk with him. Like if you go to my channel, there's actually one video about me hanging out with him in Epcot, and the video is more just showing his positive impact on like everybody wanting to chat with him, discuss like different ways to raid, you know, like honestly, you know, he's a really great guy. He's very friendly, you know, he's basically just like one of us, really, you know. I don't personally care about people that have like multiple accounts. Like, it doesn't affect me. In fact, sometimes it's very useful when somebody has those extra accounts to defeat a raid boss when nobody else wants to show up and do it, you know? So like personally, like I feel like that's like a pretty victimless crime if you think about it. Like even spoofing to a point, it never really affected me unless somebody was taking my gym away from far away. You know what I mean? Like, obviously they weren't legitly taking my gem. Other than that, though, like, you can't catch a Pokemon before me and I suddenly can't get it. You know what I mean? Like, so I never really cared too much. As for, like, I would say I am kind of happy that FSU ATL is kind of done because, I mean, as far as I've been seeing it, as far as like everything, he seems pretty toxic in the community as opposed to Brandon, who was very positive and kind and like really just a really nice guy overall. You know, like I don't know FSU ATL to any point, so I can't really speak for his character. All I can really say is from what I've seen on his social media. You know what I mean? So I would say Brandon Ton had definitely a bigger impact in terms of him getting banned, but yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And actually,
oh,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was about to come in the chat,
like,
but it looked like what I've seen is a lot of people believe that the Brandon Ton's account gets suspended was the one that had the bigger impact. But yeah, to answer some of your questions, yes, Brandon Ton is back. He actually playing the game, so everything good on that end. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. We got 2 more topics. We're kind of blowing by them pretty fast, actually. But yeah, here's the next topic for you guys. So we had a real life event, obviously the Safari Zone event out in Taiwan. So they released Shiny Pinsir at this event. There's DX1. He was out there covering the event, and that's the thing I'm gonna talk about. It was only DX1. I believe Pierre was out there and Yamada was out there as well covering the event, but not a lot of YouTubers went out there, you know, not the Pokemon Master Hollies, not the Mixed 7s, not the Training Tips of the world. They didn't go out there and cover this event. So, because of the lack of coverage from this event, and because of the fact that they didn't really do anything spectacular at this event, in my opinion. So, my question for you guys is this. Was the Safari Zone event out in Taiwan the worst Pokemon Go real life event so far? Laura, you can take this first.
Saying me or
Laura?
her?
Yeah, her.
Okay.
So, there's a Pokemon that everybody wants and a lot of people don't have, and that's Unknown. As you guys just saw in this last clip that he showed this event. With a lot of these real life events, there's unknowns. And I saw this article one time, I don't remember what it was called, but has a different rarity. So I'm just going to go through and say like how many events an unknown has popped up at and like how many it's been at. So the A unknown has been at 29 events, B has been at 4, C has been at 18, D has been at 10, E 13, F 15, or 15, 5, yeah. G has been at 13, H has been at 6, I at 15, J only at 2, He's 5, L has been at 11, M has been at 20, N has been at 13, O has been at 30, P has been at 8. There's been no Q unknowns in any events at all. 17 R's. There's been 24 S's, 8 T's, 7 U's, 10 V's, 5 W's, 8 X's, 5 Y's, 1 Z, 3 exclamation points, and 1 question mark. The event, it spelled the unknown letters that popped up were TAINZOE. So for people that like to collect all the different unknown letters to get their Pokédex filled up, they got all those letters in Z. This was the first event that Z popped up at. Camp being the Pokemon that was special there, he's only in New Zealand. And I think that was very important so that a lot more people could get Relicanth and spread him out instead of him just being this one little section part, which is in New Zealand. The event was free and anybody could have gone. A medal like there was at Pokemon Go Fest and stuff like that. I think that's about it. I think that the unknowns really up this event because, like I said, Z's only been at this one event. No other events has Z been at.
Okay. All right, so JD Valor, what's your thoughts on all of this, about this Safari Zone event?
I mean, so first off, I gotta say that's good homework on those unknowns. I had no idea like how many each of them should be. So that's awesome.
I saw it on Serby.net.
Oh, right on. The one thing I will say is now that I know that Z showed up at that event, because I didn't really follow this one too much, that makes me wish I would have gone more because that's the only unknown I need. But yeah, I would say that this event definitely wasn't the worst by any means. I mean, like again, I guess it was not as covered, but that's mostly because also the YouTubers were brought to those other events. They weren't really brought to this one. And a flight to Taiwan is probably pretty expensive. I mean, I looked into it and it was way too much for me. You know, like, I would consider it being, like, I think it was a good event, though, because I had a few friends tell me how much they absolutely loved it and, like, how many, like, shinies they were getting. Like, there's increased shiny rates everywhere. There were snubbles really everywhere from what I was told. So, you know, it's all depending on what you need. If you need a Z Unknown, if you need a Relicanth, great, because as you said, like, it's only in New Zealand. It's the only place you can find one, you know, and I don't know about you, but going to New Zealand's going to be a long time from now for me, at least. But, you know, like, I would honestly say that it wasn't the worst. It was probably the least covered, but that's mostly because as well, like, trainer tips probably already had something. Like, I mean, I know they were all going to Nashville now. Like, they probably need to conserve their money a bit. Like, sure, they'd love to travel everywhere. Maybe they just decided, like, this one wasn't worth going to because there'll be more in the future, you know? I want to say it's the worst by any means, but what I heard, I mean, it wasn't overly special either. I mean, it's probably the same as probably Dortmund.
Right. And actually, Kirsten, shout out to one of my moderators. She actually pointed something out. Like, she said, I don't think so in terms of this, whether or not this event was the worst real-life event. She said they may have wanted to enjoy the event instead of streaming. So that's a good point as well. So, yeah, I agree with that one. And Brian also said coverage depends on Niantic. Did they offer to pay for other YouTubers to go there? I doubt it. Like, I heavily doubted that they did. Otherwise, they would have gone. But I highly doubt it. And yeah, JC, that is a good point. Yeah, they probably want to save us some money because obviously when you travel, I haven't done it yet outside of the Bahamas. But, you know, all that stuff is really expensive. So, yeah, I probably have to agree with a lot of people on this one. All right, so let's get on to the... I'm
trying to, like, get a trip over to Alaska to get Pachirisu, and that's already proving to be a bit much. So, like, a trip to Taiwan, you know,
right.
It's not an easy thing to do.
Right. All right.
One, he went there by himself because he's not sponsored by Niantic.
Right.
He went there on his own and decided to go there by himself.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the final topic here, and that is this one right here. So, we mentioned already, Shiny Pinsir was released in the game during the Safari event out in Taiwan. Also, around that time, they also released Shiny Caterpie along with Butterfree and Shiny Metapod. So, obviously, there are more shinies in the game ever since those were introduced into the game, but at the time I was, you know, getting these topics together, those were the ones that were introduced. So, my question for you guys is this. Which one's the better shiny? It's that simple. Which one's the better shiny? Shiny Caterpie or Shiny Pinsir? Laura, you go first to tackle this one.
So, some people like to have their Pokédex filled up with more shinies. So if they like to go with that, then they might want to go to then I would go with more Shiny Caterpie, because Shiny Caterpie, you can get the 3 different evolutions: Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree. Putting 3 in your Pokédex versus Pinsir, you'll just have Pinsir and then you're done. Pinsir does get a Mega Evolution when and if we ever get Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Go. Now the max CP of Butterfree is 1701 versus with Pinsir it's 2770. So that's a very big 1000 CP difference. Depends what you want to do. If you want to do them more for battling, then Pinsir is definitely what you want to go with. But if you want to go for more filling your Pokédex with shinies and everything, then Shiny Caterpie is what you're going to want to lean towards more. So it really depends on what your goal in Pokemon Go is.
Okay, I can see that. JT, what's your thoughts? Which one's the better shiny?
All right, so if we're just talking pure, like, aesthetics, like the looks, I would say that, so as she said, there's a line, there's Caterpie through Butterfree. Love Shiny Caterpie. I think it's a really good shiny. You know, it's got the nice bright yellow. It's very easy to tell. Love Shiny Metapod. It's an orangish red, fiery color. I love it. When we get to Butterfree, I'm not a huge fan of it. It really does. It changes a little bit. Like the feet change to like a pinkish color. Its eyes turn a greenish color. It's cool, but honestly, not the biggest fan of that one. Like, I wish that it was pink, like the one from the anime. Like, if they added pink Butterfree, then 100%, like, Caterpie would be the winner. But again, shiny Pinsir, I would say is actually really good. It's very different. Like, it stands out. I love that the horns are kind of brownish gold color. I love that the body is a purplish blue. And yeah, she's also right that it gets a Mega Evolution, which could end up being pretty awesome, having a really high IV shiny Mega Pinsir, because we don't know what Megas are going to do. Like, suddenly, you know, who knows? Mega Pinsir could be the next meta, you know, bug type. I mean, I know that there's also shiny Heracross too, which could also be a, well, you know, whenever Heracross gets his Mega too in shiny form, like, you know, there will be competition there. But yeah, honestly, in the end of the day, I like Pinsir more because it stays good looking. That Butterfree, unfortunately, stops looking good at the very end.
All right, that's cool. Let's see. Shout out to Knife Rider Rap. He actually said Caterpie because of Butterfree, so that's interesting.
All right, so he likes Butterfree. I mean, that's fair. Everybody's welcome to their opinions there. I just don't know. Like, it just doesn't feel as special looking as the rest. Like, Caterpie, Metapod, great. Butterfree, just I don't know. But you know, I can respect it. You know, if you like Butterfree, you know.
Okay, that's what's up.
I think Butterfree looks very cool.
Yeah, I actually like Butterfree myself, to be honest. All right, wow, we went through all these topics that quickly. So, lesson learned. Next time, get more topics. So, yeah. All right, so next time we probably gonna have like 6 or 7 topics. JT, I'd like to thank you for actually subbing in for infamous Big Rob at the very last minute. He just hit me up 2 hours before the show went up, let me know about his family issues. So, Valor, thank you for showing up and stepping in and taking his place just for this episode.
Hey, not a problem. It was fun being here. I like chatting. Next time, I'll try to make sure I'm on a better computer so I don't keep disconnecting and causing problems. But, hey, I've really enjoyed myself.
Right. Yeah, this is like a rough draft of sorts. You know, like getting our feet wet. You know, obviously there was some issues here and there. But, you know, we live, we learn, we move on, we improve. So, yeah, it's all good. All right, so, no, it's kind of a short one, but I'm going to call it a wrap for here. So, Laura, do you have any final thoughts that you want to share with the chat or anything you want to promote, anything?
I don't think so. I just want to see how many shinies everybody got today for Community Day.
Oh, okay. So, chat, if you want to share how many shinies you got for Community Day today, feel free to do so. Or you can save it for my live stream, which will be tomorrow, probably 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Speaking of which, JT Valor, obviously you got a YouTube channel. Obviously, you're known as the Shiny King, although some people are calling me the Shiny God, but that's another story for another day. But anything you like to say to the chat? Anything you like to promote? Anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like Pokemon Go content, obviously I assume you do. Go ahead and look me up, JT Valor. I do a lot of shiny hunting. That's like the primary focus of my channel. Also, I like showing off my community a lot. But yeah, lately it's just been like, oh, there's a new shiny, let's go out and get it. And most of the time lately it's been I've been getting it, so that's great. And yeah, like today during Community Day, since you asked, 20 of them on a live stream, so I was very happy about that.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, see, that's the Shiny King for you right there. All right, so actually, shout out to Raph again.
And I got them all on foot.
Say what?
I got them all on foot too, not even in a car, just pure walking.
Oh,
that's what makes me happy about it.
Yeah, I got all mine on foot. Yeah, I ain't gonna share with you guys how many I got yet. So yeah, you gotta stay tuned for tomorrow. All right, final question that Raph just came up with. Next month's Community Day feature Pokemon will be what? Laura, make a pick.
Okay, so my opinion, I don't think it's going to be a starter because how Community starter, non-starter, starter, non-starter. So thinking it could be Ralt, and that could be when Glade is released. So we could get both those. That's just going to be my guess.
Okay, JT Valor, what's your pick?
All right, so as she said, it's usually a starter, then it's something different. That's usually comes out of a 10K egg. So far, there's also been a pattern of something that's pretty good and meta relevant, and then it's something cute and probably won't make much of an impact. The meta relevant one, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Trapinch because it's not really that useful. And then probably in February of next year, maybe Bagon or something that could become relevant. Or as she said, you know, we probably could get Gallade for sure, especially now that we could get a shiny Gallade. That would be pretty awesome.
Okay. All right, and Mark Belt said he think he gonna be Bagon. And actually, I agree with that pick. Yeah, and Kirsty said the same thing. I think it's Bagon because next month is the Christmas month rather. Bagon shiny form is kind of like fits the Christmas theme. I can also see Ross as well, although its shiny form does not fit the Christmas theme. Its original color do. So I'm gonna go with Bagon with my top choice though, but I can't see it being Ross as well. All right, so that's gonna do.
I mean, I'd be down with that, especially because it gets a mega. So that'd be pretty great.
Oh, and if you're looking forward towards February, I'm gonna go with Slack On because its shiny form is pink, and February is Valentine's Day. That's what I'm going with for.
Hey, there you go.
All right, so that's gonna do it for this first edition of PokéTalk. So yeah, we're gonna be back at it again next month. Hopefully, infamous Big Rob will be back. But JT Valley, if you want to come back, I can fill in a third slot for you if you like. So let me know if you want to take.
Oh, I'm totally down. Just let me know.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna call it a wrap from here, man. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up, man. Thank you for taking part in the chat. So with that said, y'all know who this is. This your boy, the new Jay Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.
I
love you.